everyone. Welcome to Nifty Bank Nifty live analysis. Now, as we spoke yesterday, the expiry move was fantastic. From the lower zone, sharp recovery came in, and obviously it was not expected with an extended rally which happened in Nifty and Bank Nifty. But even after that, what we see today is gap up opening, strong build up is happening, trying to push on the upside. Selling pressure can be clearly seen on the higher side over here around 17,350 to 17,400 zone. Now we need to see if good resistance is there or not. So the first thing which we need to see is good correction, try to go up. Again, we can see downside trying to go back up over here. So that does not seem to be a good resistance at the top. So then there is some bit of upside move kind of possible in Nifty. Now, if you see, the most important is the last round of selling came somewhere from this 17,400 area. And that's why we need to be a little cautious if you're going for a buy trade right at the top, right? Because selling can come at any point in time. And we are seeing it's the price is going down. Still after the downside, we can clearly see he comes all the way down and the strong push is happening on the upside move. So the buyers are very strong. They are trying very hard to push the Nifty on the upside, but still you can see the red dotted lines have come through, and 17,400 kind of zone will be very, very crucial. 17,400 to be more precise, 17,450 or 17,430 to 17,400 will be very, very crucial for Nifty. Now that is the technical side. But if I try to bring in the option data, so let me take the smaller time frame and let us select for the option data whether the new expiry, which is obviously going to be a most volatile expiry, the bank budget is also there in this expiry. Now, if I try to see, the Nifty is somewhere around 350 kind of zone, and what it shows on the 3rd Feb of expiry and on the OTM side, that 17,500, 24,000 is there, and 17,400. This is what the interest was. 17,400 was somewhere around 20,000 is there, where 17,300 is again 25,000. So we can see a mixed bag of resistance and support, but at least 17,400, some resistance is there, and 17,300. So this will be an important zone, as I said, 17,400. And if you want to go for downside, it is only below 17,300. Okay, so sharp fall can only come through 17,300. But upside, if you want to sell, or if you want to take a breakout trade, 17,400 can become the interest. If I see in the last 2 hours, we can clearly see 17,400 addition of OI, and 60-minute is not that much information there. So if I try to bring in this piece of information, the main idea over here is 17,300 will act like good support. So that's number one, and which we can clearly see over here also. It did try to breach 300, try to bounce back, again try to come at 300. So 300 will act like good support, no doubt about that. Okay, and if 300 gets breached, you can have a rapid downside possibility, which is also there. But now, what kind of trade which we can see today? And I feel that looking for a reversal trade, once it makes a new high towards the top. So let him go, not this one, let him go and make new high towards the top. And one thing can become very clear, even if it makes a new high over here, trying to go above, trying to stretch itself on the upside. And then we can look for the reversal from the 17,400 kind of area. So red dotted lines are there, red zone is also there. OI data is also telling us 17,400 can act like small base of hindrance. Then why not look for a reversal trade over there? Now, yesterday there was a good move, extended move plus gap up, trying to go up. So all said and done, the push is there on the upside, no doubt. But you can get a small, good reversal trade from the top with small stop loss of keeping as day high. You can get 70, 80 points on the downside towards 17,300 zone. So that can be very crucial reversal trade over here. Now for the reversal trade, we need to also go and check if Bank Nifty is also resonating the same. Is there weakness in Bank Nifty or not? So what I see in Bank Nifty, which is a little different compared to Nifty, if you see that on the hourly chart, just to understand, is there any resistance or not? So we can clearly see after a big red candle, he tried to bounce back up into the same zone. So again, same like Nifty, we see that, okay, fine, there is some kind of selling activity in this zone, somewhere around 38,300 to 38,400 kind of zone, where we can see again the selling pressure is very, very high. So the prior selling zone was also there. And today morning also we see after the gap of opening of 300 to 400 zone, selling comes in and he again tries to go back up over here into the selling zone. If I go to see in the smaller time frame, the main idea over here is dotted lines have also come, and then the selling pressure was there, but again he bounced up, again he bounced up, and again selling pressure is there. So there has been a continuous sell pressure even on Bank Nifty. They are trying to inch themselves on the higher side, trying to push on the higher side, but again it feels like that it can also give you a good reversal trade from the higher end. Now we need to see that 38,500 if there is good OI or not, and if there is good OI at the top, then you can get again reversal trade at the bottom. Now for that, let's also check the OI data if we can get some more clearance. If the OI built up is there at 38,500 or so, or even at 400 or so. So market is around 38,300, 500 as we said, 19,000 contract and 38,000, 22,000 contract. So not a huge built up, but still we can see 500 built up is there. And if I try to see towards 400 or so, not great built up is there at 400, neither in last 1 hour. So not enough information is there, but we can clearly see that the 400 there has been and number of OI which is going out. But if I try to see towards 400 or 500, there is 19,000 contracts which is there, and on the downside there is a good amount of support too. So downside will get limited, and here we can see there has been a rapid fall which is happening right now in Bank Nifty, which can again bounce back up. So strong buying can come through. So Bank Nifty can become weak, but for it to become weak, we need to have clarity that it tries to make the new high and then it gives us the reversal. So do not go for taking trades right away over here because strong buyers are present at the bottom. So what happens over here when we try to sell, there will be a sharp pullback rally which can happen in Bank Nifty. So that is what we need to avoid. One thing is very clear, red band plus the red zone which has been marked. Y data is suggesting towards the 38,500. This zone there is good amount of resistance also. So I can just put over here kind of line so that we are very clear. Okay, fine, there is some kind of resistance also at this zone. So once you have the clarity, okay, fine, the resistance is there, but when you get these kind of falls, you need to be little cautious. The fall has been very fast and there will be bounce activity which will happen over here. Now more or less, I do not, if I want to go for sell trade in Bank Nifty, first of all it should start going up again towards the day high. Okay, try to make a new high over here, go sideways, and then we'll take the sell trade on the downside. Okay, so that is how we would try to go for, but taking trade here and then getting stuck into the support zone will become very, very risky. So new high is very, very important, or towards the morning high is very, very important. Otherwise it can go sideways. Now since Bank Nifty is cracking down, obviously Nifty will be again the source over here. We can clearly see strong buyers are there. Prices try to go down. It has not made a new high, but here Nifty seems to be on the weaker note. It's just because of the pressure of Bank Nifty, and Nifty can come down all the way towards 17,300. So that can be another 40-50 points of fall. But the main idea over here, as I suggested, that it's always good for taking the catch of the reversal trade at the top rather than here. Here you will have risk and reward, which will not be very, very fruitful. And this is what many people do not understand, that if you want to take this trade, take a trade with one lot, not with two lots. Now, in this case, if I try to understand the risk reward, for example, if I short over here and I keep my stop loss over here above day's high, okay, which is 34 or let's say 35 points of stop loss. How much is your target? Your target would be around 17,300. Okay, and if we try to see this, it is 1:1 risk reward. So we normally, what do we want? Okay, if I want to take a trade, what I do here, for example, I want to take a sell trade in this zone. I'll try to keep the stop loss smaller, somewhere around 30 points or so should be my stop loss, and my target should be around 60 points or so. So we try to eye for 60 points, keeping our stop loss at 30 points so that our risk reward becomes 1:2. And once you start eating out risk reward of 1:2, that is when you will understand the intraday trading. Okay, keeping 1:1 risk reward can become very, very risky, where you have to be right most of the time. So in this case, even if you're right like 60% of the time, you make good amount of money. Having risk reward, eyeing for 1:2, but even if you get like 1:1.5, it is not bad. And that's why I said, just see the spike has come, buyers are trying to push it up. Let them take it higher, 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 higher. And then finally, from the upper end, if it breaks the trend line and more buyers are stuck at the top, if I get the reversal structure, double top, I would try to take the trade, keeping my stop loss of 30 points and not more. And then having a target of 60 points on the downside. Now you can trail and you can basically get towards 17,300, for example, having a risk reward of 2.5 times. So that's the basic idea of understanding the risk reward part. And it helps a lot when you get these kind of good trades in your favor. Then your confidence will also go up. And these kind of trades should be missed. Many trades that many of us as a starters, we try to rush into the trade. When the moment we see red candle low, let's go and sell. And moment we sell, what happens? It starts going against us. And why not then? Let's wait, try to make a new high into the resistance zone, dotted line, OI zone is also there. And then on the top, when it tries to make a reversal, the same kind of structure, if it is formed at the top, why not take a trade for the downside? So whenever I want reversal, I want these kind of green, green, green candles, then continuous green candles should come. When you have continuous form of green candles, then the sharp fall comes in. So that's also what is required to understand about the reversal structure. So we'll be looking for reversal trades today in Nifty at the higher end, 17,400 kind of area, 380 to 400 zone. And even in Bank Nifty, if it tries to make a new high. So I will not go for a trade right now in Bank Nifty. I want him to reach towards the morning high, and then only we'll try to go for reversal trade in Bank Nifty. Otherwise, it becomes very risky to take a trade on the downside as of now, right? So that's it for today, and have a good weekend. And we'll try to connect live for the budget day as well. And if you're interested to sit into the live commentary of the budget day, you can post it in the comment, and we'll be sharing you the link as well. So thank you for watching. Kindly like and subscribe, and also share it with your friends and colleagues. Make sure that notification is on so that once we upload, you get the instant notification of our market commentary. Once again, happy weekend and stay safe.